we bought that. We had it custom made. Stanley boats. We've bought like 7 Stanley boats off them, and so they're like Stanley. The guys up at Stanley and Perry Sound, they're awesome. They we told them what we wanted to build, and they custom built that for us. So it actually has like mounting points all along the side to put the truss on, and it's kind of like a process trailer, but it's a boat. So yeah, we can attach a boat right to it.
Yep.
And you can have your camera crane on our boat and looking at filming the actors, and it looks like they're driving, but we have full control of the boat.
Yeah, no, it's incredible.
Now we saw it a couple years ago at the Filmotechnic thing. Has it advanced since?
No, not really. It was kind of new back then.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of just like fine tuned it, as far as.
Are you getting it out a lot?
Oh yeah, like it was out almost every single day last year.
Wow, what?
Almost all of our boats were out every single day last year.
Wow.
Really?
So, yeah.
So the camera, like the process trailer style one, you have the ability to, like, it's a crane attached with another boat rigged to it.
Yeah.
You right? Is the other boat? Is the engine on and it's going too? Is it being piloted, or is that you guys?
If they want to see them like actually put on, like show the hand accelerating on the boat, then what we do is we'll shut the boat off because you can't really hear the motor. Like you can,
you can put the motor in over it.
Yeah.
So we'll fake it, as if they're driving, but all the power and everything comes from our boat because we got 2 big, massive 250 horsepower engines on the back, and it pulls.
That's so rad.
We've had a big, I think it was a 21-foot chaparral, bow rider, and we had that thing attached, and it was a heavy boat, but we got it up out of the water no problem.
Incredible.
Yeah. So
man,
it was pretty neat, and
what a riot.
And it can look, and you can get speed with it, so you just got to be careful slowing down. so yeah, you got to gradually slow down because come off power too hard, you can torque the truss rig and everything. So yeah, we just got to be careful with that. But
man, and you bring crew on.
Yeah. So
how much crew
on the boats? Depending, on the big camera crane boat, we can have up to 10 crew. We like to have.
Okay.
It's just the Transport Canada regulations. If has to be under a certain length and how many people you can have on your boat. So I think the max is 12 for a boat under 26 feet. So ours are all 26 feet, and then with our captain and our a first mate or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So we allow 10 camera people. So you got the crane operator, the camera camera techs, whoever's on there. So yeah, we try to minimize it because the crane is heavy, depending on which one they're using. So and the more people you have on there, they just get in each other's way. There's a lot of people just they think they need to be on there, but they don't.
They want to be.
Yeah,
they want.
It's fun and exciting.
True.
Yeah.
Now, if you have your crew in your boat, I assume are rigged in.
Yep.
On the other boat, let's say it's a party time in the movie, and there's a bunch of kids in their bathing suits and all that stuff. They're not rigged in.
No.
Is that a safety concern at all over there on that boat? I imagine so. Right?
You'd have an outboat with divers in it in the event somebody from that boat?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. So
right. Sure.
If we're filming with that boat and we have another boat attached, say, that's not the only boat on the water.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because we'll have another one of our big Stanleys, and they'll have Video Village on there, and then you'll have another one as a support boat, and then you'll have one that is a dedicated rescue boat. So it's one of our bigger Zodiacs. We always have that dedicated in case anybody goes in the water or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we have a procedure that we follow, and that boat will respond to get anybody out of the water. So
it doesn't sound like an inexpensive proposition, unless you had the whole 150 crew could jump in and try to save somebody.
Yeah. Oh, anybody could do it.
That's just like, it's mind bending that somebody would
That
actually
anyone
say
would
that.
say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the position that this person's in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
No, it's fascinating. So I know you do underwater cinematography.
Yeah.
And you have all the gear. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So you went from, and I apologize to anybody listening to this. We're popping around to different subjects.
I know.
But you do so much, Jason. My list of what you don't do way shorter.
Yeah.
So how'd you get from shooting stills to video?
So I started doing the stills, but then when I got doing that work with Gene Simmons, I got into doing like the camera work. So I started doing like the video side of it, and that's what I enjoyed more. And I saw that, you know, it's not just taking pictures; it's also
Right.
doing the camera stuff.
Yeah, Blair here. He's a photographer,
Yeah.
but he moved into video. He's a hell of a shooter.
Yeah.
Really is. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I mean, I was a professional photographer. I did stuff for Formula One. I did stuff for like the Molson Indy. I did the Supercross and the super bikes and stuff. And you know, so I did a lot of. That's where I was into the automotive and car side of it, and that's how I got into Gene Simmons. But yeah, with that background and being in commercial diver and stuff, and I saw that they had the regulations in Ontario state that if you want to work underwater, you have to be commercially certified. And the film industry kind of skated underneath that radar for a
Yeah,
long
there's something
time.
I want to speak to you about that. I'll get back to it. Go ahead.
And that's when they started to crack down on the film industry. Now they're like, okay, well, who's going to do the underwater camera? Because you have to be a commercial diver. Mm-hmm. And it's like none of the camera guys are commercial divers. Like Brent Robinson was amazing underwater.
Who I
camera.
absolutely adore.
You know, and I've never met the man, I don't think.
Oh, wow.
And it was a shame because, I mean, he was apparently like one of the best around. He did, well, he's done lots of stuff. And I always wanted to meet him to, you know, because it always interests me like, okay, well, there's no underwater camera people and there's no commercial divers. And I said, well, I'm both. And that's where Carly got into
Yeah.
it as well. And I think she saw the door too, that like, oh, there's an opportunity here
100%.
for us to get in and start doing camera work underwater where, you know, this is our domain. This is what we love is underwater stuff. So yeah, I think at the time there was maybe only 3 of us, like me, Carly, and Aaron Shemansky, I think it was.
I don't know, Aaron.
So I think Aaron kind of went out west. Or
Okay.
I worked with him once, so I don't really know too much about him.
Okay, so so in is it Ontario or Canada that you have to have the license to work underwater?
It's all over Canada.
Okay, so it's a national thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so then last year, or within the last year and a half or 2, there was a movement afoot by whomever to make that even actors, if an actor had to do scuba, even if they were underwater and just did a buddy breathing thing with another diver, they had to have their certification for commercial diving, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
That I need my day player for 2 days underwater that have to go get certified. So what happened with that? Do they?
Yeah, and it's weird because when they made the regulations for commercial diving, like for diving, working divers in Ontario, it was based off the construction industry.
Okay.
And there was no representation on the like, I think it's CSA board or whatever, whoever's creating the regulations, and they there was no representation from the film industry. So we got lumped in with the construction industry.
Okay.
So basically they look at it as black and white. If you're working underwater and you're getting paid, you have to be commercially certified to be breathing gas, like pressurized gas underwater, which, pressurized air, right? So that's why the Ministry of Labor, they look at it like they didn't write the regs, but they just have to enforce it. And they would, when they were doing their crackdown on stuff that was going on in the film industry, because they were kind of doing it illegally for the longest time, that they were like, no, even actors, if they're breathing compressed gas underwater, I mean, you could take a breath in from that rig down at depth and panic and shoot to the surface. And if you're not exhaling, you
Right.
can have an air embolism.
Sure.
So it can be dangerous. Like people who are not divers or even recreational divers, a lot of time don't understand a lot of the dangers of breathing pressurized gas underwater. So that's why they were kind of cracking down to make sure that all this is going on. But when you're talking about the changes that just happened, so there was, we both know, well, all of us kind of know that, yeah, if you're down there and there's an actor and you're giving them air, they're just about to perform, and then you take it away, letting the camera do their thing, like, it seems ridiculous that they would have to be a commercial driver, and it's unrealistic.
Well, everything's got a little room for entertainment, right?
Considering the person that's handing the air to them is a commercial diver,
Right.
as well as the safety divers that are just off camera.
Yeah. So, like, even as we saw that and we're like, this is ridiculous. But, they kept putting the blame on us as like, well, why can't my actor do it? It's like, hey, I didn't make the rules. I'm just here to provide safety for you. Like, we're just trying to follow the rules.
Right.
And it was really hard for, for all of us commercial dive teams, like, doing the safety, because we would get a lot of flack from the stunt coordinators, the producers, directors. They're like, this is ridiculous. And we're like, we agree. And we were trying for years to, let me just take a step back. The BC, they changed the regulations and they're very film friendly out there. So their commercial dive regulations did have a provision in it for the entertainment industry, where Ontario didn't. Getting anything done in Ontario takes a long time, and it is what it is. But we were trying to get the regulations changed to mimic the BC regulations so that we would have more ability to do underwater work here in Ontario. We all wanted to bring more underwater work here, but even directors, they're like, it's such a pain in the ass to do anything here underwater. So they would a lot of it would go to BC or something. It's just easier to do. And then now when we were filming Reacher season 3, I think it was, there was a big fight scene underwater, and they had a whole bunch of rigging going on, and it was a huge set, and there was a lot of stuff going on in the water. And the directors, like the stunt guys, all wanted to rig in their stuff underwater. And, we're like, yeah, but you have to be commercial divers. And they were attacking, like the production were coming after us. I was like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, I can't do anything about that. That's just the rules. And so some higher ups, I guess, they went to the Ministry of Labor and they went to their local MPP and stuff, and it escalated. And they got a little bit of headroom, but still, like, even the Ministry of Labor kind of knows that there has to be these provisions, and they've been trying to change it. But they got turned down when they tried to change the regs to mimic it. They said, no, we're not touching it.
Wow.
So then when Terminal List came, and same sort of thing, like they had actors, big movie, or TV series, and big actors and stuff, and they had a bunch of water work. They went again at the whoever it was, like the higher ups, and that changed the laws, and they got some headroom, so they changed provisions in there so that performers could now work underwater, like stunt guys, if they had to rig in for something, they can do it. Actors, we can give them air now, and it opened up that even camera operators now can work underwater, don't need to be commercially certified.